Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Very quickly, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself in real time and I don't know what's coming next. Now, if you are looking for a video where the person's doing a trade recap or talking to you with hindsight in their favor, then this will not be a video for you. But if you're open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I will go ahead and pause for now, the software that is, and I will be back at the market open. All right, watching 740 here, and I am short at 740. 38. So getting some movement here in my favor. So took off 25 there. Let's see if it can come down a bit more here. Took off another 25 there. So I have 25 left. Okay, so opening trade there for $118. Very happy with that. But wow, that thing snapped back around quite quickly. But hey, I'll take it. So I was short. So if you're a beginner, what that means is I wanted to see the price go down. And because it did go down for a while, I think I actually might have lost money on those final 25 shares because it snapped back so quickly. But overall, still to walk away with $118. So a nice first trade to start the day. I'll go ahead and pause and look around for some more chances. All right, watching 111 here as a potential entry point. See if this thing wants to start to maybe give me a little bit of a bounce after this pullback. So watching 111 very closely. Oh, missed it. Too slow. Okay, well, a little too slow on the trigger for that one, but I didn't expect it to move that fast, but it did. Okay, I'll keep looking around. All right, I'm going to try to pick up some puts here at, whoops, and I totally did the wrong thing. I went long, pressed the wrong button. All right, so I need to just get out. So I actually made $7 on that. Completely pressed the wrong button though, and then I just missed. I just missed what I wanted to do there. I'm on my tablet, so I'm not at my home computer right now. So there's it's not as clean as normal. So let me make sure 1350 is what I want. Let me make sure I'm clicking the right buttons. There we go. Okay. So I am looking to play some calls here if Tesla wants to come down a bit more. But I'm at 1350 for these calls. So again, Tesla, the stock price itself, will need to drop down a bit more. So let's see if it wants to come down. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess I can't say for sure I would have been filled on those puts. But I think I had a good chance. But then as you saw, misclicked. So I'm at 1350. Oh, got close. Didn't quite hit where I wanted to be though, so gotta adjust this down now. $12.75. Just making sure, yeah. So I'm at $12.75 now. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause, and if it looks like I'm going to get filled, I'll get the video rolling. All right, I'm watching 167.50 here to potentially go short on Nvidia, but I need to see it come down. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. Like I said, these are live, and I just don't know what's going to come next. So I will go ahead and pause, and if it looks like 167, well, let's keep it going here. Watching closely. Back up it goes. All right, well, never mind for now. It got somewhat close, 167.60, and then went back up. So as of now, never got any confirmation. I'll go ahead and pause the software. Well, I was looking at something else and completely missed it as it's now coming down. So that just happens. And you got to be, if you're on a different platform like I am on a tablet, not as efficient. Clearly, you can still make money, so I'm not implying that. I'm just saying it's not going to be as efficient because it's easy to, hop away and look in something else and then just like that miss the move. So unfortunate there. Let's continue to watch Tesla here. We'll see if it wants to get down below these lows down around here. I will go ahead and pause. All right, watching 166.50 and trying to get filled on a back test here. There we go, in at 166.50. Looking for this thing to pick up some more momentum to the downside here. Let's see it get down below 166.30. Coming back down. Again, that's a big break if it can get it. So as would be expected, it is putzing around down around that area. But can we get the break? Slightly, but not a whole lot of follow through. All right, there we go. Try to give it another chance. Not a huge fan of how it's kind of. Let's see if we can give another try to get down through 166. Big round number, so you'd expect it to act as support. All right, I'm going to hop out there. Gave it plenty of time, and at this point feels like it's become a 50-50 chance, and I don't like 50-50 setups. So again, still might go, but I feel like it could easily just as much snap back to the upside. So just took the $110 there. And you can see here that it is starting to bounce back upwards. So I feel very good about that decision. It was the right decision. Even like I said, even if it does ultimately come back down, it's still, I'm not saying that it's the right decision because it came back green, just because just too much of a 50-50. Okay, so now up 235, but let's see what else I can find. And I chose right. You can see the prices bounce. It would have taken me out of the trade, so I'm glad I locked in those gains. But yeah, like I said, you should only be trading when you feel as though you have an edge. If that edge disappears, and then, well, at that point, it's just gambling, right? If you just feel like you're flipping a coin, well, that's not going to be a good long-term viable strategy there, coin flips. But yeah, in this situation, like I said, the 50-50 would have turned out against me. Yeah, so I feel great about that trade. And, even if it had, like I said earlier, continued to go down against me, yes, it would have been easy to sit here and say, I played that wrong because, look at it, I could have made more money. Well, yeah, but that's because you have hindsight. I did the right thing regardless of what happened there. It's just in this situation, that's an FY to give you the rest of the story. The price did ultimately bounce back up. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. It's been an hour, and put $235 in my pocket. And like I said, I'm on vacation right now. I'm on my tablet. So all things considered, on vacation, $235 can go a long way. And I am very pleased with that. And could it have been better? Yeah, that Tesla trade still kind of gnawing at me because with the missed clicks and everything, trying to get accustomed to the tablet here. But besides that, that's just me nitpicking. I'm very pleased with it, and I'm not sure of many places in the world where you can make $235 in an hour, and then you put that in the setting of $235 in an hour on vacation. Hey, that's good fun money spending the rest of the day, and I will take it. So if you enjoy these live trade videos, if you would like for me to continue to do these, do a couple things for me. Hit that like button, leave a simple comment down below. Let me know, do you trade when you're on vacation? Do you trade when you're traveling? Let me know if you do that or not. But like I said, I don't do it all the time, but when I do it, I just try to be extra modest because, again, like I said, an hour out of my vacation in order to generate $235 more of, fun money, well worth it to me. So I'm off to enjoy the day. Everybody take care. Hit that like button, leave the simple comment down below, and everybody have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.